In this season of leadership, I was out of my league, in over my head, and desperate for Jesus. Knowing how dangerous our work could be, I decided I needed to figure out how to teach something once with a high degree of effectiveness so that somebody could remember it with a high degree of accuracy. Lives depended on it. That's when I began studying and reading about how the brain learns and changes. But what began as a risk management exercise, I realized had disciple-making implications as well. Many times, I would have only 10 minutes to an hour with a student. How could that one conversation be effective enough to possibly change eternity? I started applying the science of transformation to the art of disciple-making. I took everything I learned about the brain and placed it over questions like, how do you have a disciple-making conversation? How do you hear what God is doing? And how do you partner with God so that in 5 minutes something catalytic can happen and someone's life can change? We began paying attention to people's transformation stories, discovering we could predict when change was likely to take place and what we were doing to either help or hinder the process. We adjusted our program to best facilitate transformation. Fascinated by these revelations, I went on a sabbatical to obtain my graduate degree in mind, brain, and experiential education. And what I discovered was the science behind what God had already shown me. God hardwired our brains for transformation, which means anyone can help anyone else on the journey to change. Everything that has happened in your life, every aha moment, insight, or healed wound, has equipped you for the task of making disciples. You don't have to have lived another life or be a different person. You just need to look at your life through God's eyes. He has equipped you. You are hardwired for transformation, and you are created to be an agent of transformation. Discipleship, like being a wilderness guide, is about helping people choose to go somewhere they have never gone before or do something that they have never done before. It is about helping someone be brave enough to choose to change. It is showing them a new way of living in a world and exploring what they have never seen. It is sharing wisdom, not general wisdom, but the hard-fought wisdom you have learned in the life of faith, and teaching skills so that they can do it on their own. Both can feel like a blind walk into the unknown, but you'll find it's the journey, not the destination, that matters most. In the Bible, the Greek word for disciple is mathetes. Literally translated, it means learner. But the problem in our Western mindset is that we associate learning with the mind, reason, and information. Take it from an educational neuroscientist, this is a dangerous misunderstanding. Education is important, but it has limits, things it can do and things it can't. True learning is deep and holistic. It affects all parts of us, body, soul, and spirit. We are not transformed by facts and information, but by what we believe in our bones. If our life does not demonstrate it, we have not learned it. So being a learner in the biblical sense is about apprenticing our lives to Jesus and choosing to live changed by what we learn. In guiding others, success is not defined by whether we conquer the mountain, but by whether we conquer our inner fears and self-imposed limitations. Discipleship is not simply about whether we make it to heaven when we die, but how our encounter with the risen Jesus changes us today. Jesus transforms our fears into faith and our weakness into his strength throughout our lives. This grace is a free gift, not of ourselves. Through the great love of Jesus, we are changed. We live in relationship with Jesus, remaining attentive to him and obedient to what he asks us to do. Our relationship with Jesus alters our lives. As we follow his guidance, our motives, actions, and behaviors change. The great joy of discipleship is helping others be changed by Jesus too. As we share life together in a messy world, we extend his example, simply sharing with others how Jesus has transformed our own lives. We help people walk in love and obedience as Christ transforms them too. The innate transformation of the journey of faith is why anyone can be a disciple maker. If you have given your life to Jesus, you have your own journey of transformation to share. So now that we've talked a bit about disciples and disciple makers, let's adopt some better definitions. A disciple is someone who chooses to be changed by their relationship with Jesus. A disciple maker is a disciple who lives changed by Jesus and journeys with others for the intentional, spirit-led purpose of helping them be changed by their relationship with Jesus too.